Wow, this is kind of exciting. I've never done a live video before, but here I am. And I just wanted to come on and say hello and introduce myself. I'm Rachel Joy from Joyful Derivatives, and I am going to start coming on every Monday night. I wanted an opportunity to get to know my followers, and hi, thanks for joining. I'm Rachel, if I haven't met you before, from Joyful Derivatives. And I am going to start coming on Monday nights as an opportunity to just get to know my followers. And I've been doing some Q&As with my email subscribers from the blog and getting some questions from them about what they're struggling with when it comes to design. Hi, Shanna. I just wanted to be more present in my followers' world. And so this is an opportunity for me to not only get to know you guys, but also share my love of design with you. So I have 3 questions that my readers from my email list have submitted for tonight. And so I wanted to go through those and just share a little bit of design tips. And then if anyone else has questions, you can share them in the comments. I also put a link to my email subscribe in my profile. So if you're not a subscriber to my emails and you want to ask a question for me to answer on one of these lives, feel free to go in, and if you click that link, you can just put in your name and email and it'll put you on my list. You also get my free printables when you're an email subscriber. Plus, hi Andrew and Chloe. My kids just joined and said hello. Anyway, and so if you're on my email list, you also get kind of like behind the scenes stuff and some notifications about when my posts come out and those kind of things. So anyway, I guess we'll get started. So I have 3 questions that my readers submitted. The first one was from one of the girls that I'm in a blogging community with, and she sent me a picture of her bedroom, and it was her bed and her nightstands and then these 2 little teeny tiny lamps. And she says to me, do you have any resources about choosing lamps? I bought lamps for my side tables and was told by several people that I needed to get taller ones. Apparently there's rules about lamp heights. Yes, there are. I wouldn't say they're rules, but when it comes to styling and designing and decorating your home, it's important to think about different things. A few of those are obviously for lamps in your bedroom, you want to have one per person because they're primarily like a task-oriented light. So you're going to be using it to read or, to give you light when you're in bed or something like that. So thinking about making sure you have one per person that's in the room. And then the other thing is you want it to be about 1/3 to 1/2 the width of your side table. You don't want it to be so small that it's like this tiny little thing, kind of like my friend's was, or you don't want it to be this huge thing that's like overpowering your nightstand. You can't reach to things that are sitting there, those kinds of things. And then you want to think about the height of the lampshade to be kind of like the bottom of it right at your eye level. And that's so that the light will illuminate where you're kind of reading or holding whatever you're doing. And it also will still get some of the room at the same time. So those are just kind of little things to think about. I'm going to post a link to a document with some of my favorites. Hobby Lobby has their home decor on half off right now, and that includes their lamps. And so, so someone asked, what about lamps that are attached to the wall? I would say you want them to be a little bit, like maybe 6 to 8 inches away from your headboard so that you're not bumping into them when you're getting into bed. And then kind of think about that same level as far as the bottom of the light being, right at eye level or right above where you're going to be reading or using the light. Does that help? I hope. If not, just ask another question. This is so cool. I love this whole live thing. Anyway, so I'll link up like 4 of my favorites from Hobby Lobby. They're all different styles. One's real modern, one's real rustic, like with the chicken wire, but they're all normally $100 and they're on sale, or $98. They're on sale for $45, which if you could get 2 for $100, good quality lamps for a bedroom, that's a great deal. So I'll link those up. So that's the first question about side table lamps. Who knew there was so much to it? Second one, how do I organize a spatially challenged kitchen? This one's from my sister. I love it. With limited counter space and cupboard space. So my sister has an apartment, and she emailed me a little while back, and she says, it's such a small kitchen. We don't have room for all of our stuff. What do we do? And I think a lot of people deal with this. Small space organizing is a huge thing. And even me, when we moved, so we moved into this house, we moved from 1,900 square feet to now, I don't know, 1,400 square feet. And so we really had to get creative about, well, do we even keep everything that we already had? Or are we going to figure out how to store it and organize it? So a few tips that I gave my sister. One is if you have tall cupboards, most of the time you're not going to stack your dishes so that it fills that cupboard, right? Because that would just be crazy to try and get to the bottom stuff. So they have these really neat little metal shelves that you can get that are made to go in cupboards. And so then you can like fill up with dishes underneath that, and then you can stack another load above. And so that really will minimize the space you're losing up at the top of the cupboard. That's one of my favorite tricks. Another one is using baskets. I know a lot of times stuff gets kind of shoved into the back of the cupboard and you can't get to it because, well, you're not going to pull everything out to get to it, and that can make it really dysfunctional. So then a lot of times you just won't even use that back space. And so if you can buy baskets that fit in your cupboards, even for food pantry cupboards and things like that, you can put all your stuff in the basket, and then when you need something, you can just pull the basket out and it stays all organized and you don't have to worry about trying to reach around things and get into things. So that's another one. Obviously, if you have a ton of like leftover bags, instead of storing them under the sink, you could store them in one of those fun little bag storage things that mounts to the wall. That's a really good one. I know it's easy for under the sink to get just totally bombarded with stuff like extra bags. We have a million paper bags under there. I'm not gonna lie, I'm just like all of you. So that's a really good one if you have plastic bags. Note, in Corvallis, where I live, they don't allow plastic bags. There's actually a ban on plastic grocery bags. So we can only have paper, and we have to pay for them. How crazy is that? Anyway, crazy Oregon rules. Let's see, what was another one? Another one. Oh yes, if you have limited counter space, they actually sell like bamboo style cutting boards that are made to go on top of your stove to turn it into a cutting board working space. So that's a really great option. It's like got little, ridges, and so you can set it over the burners and it won't, topple or whatever. So that's a really good one to add storage space. And obviously, if you have room for open shelving or something like that, you could always install some other shelving. But those are a few of my tricks for organizing in the kitchen. We'll review. So metal shelves to take advantage of the space up at the top, a bag holder to store all your extra plastic bags that you can mount to the wall and it's not under your sink. Let's see, baskets so that you can grab a bunch of things and pull them out and store them and then put them back in. Additional shelving if you can, and then a bamboo style cutting board to go over your stove for extra counter space. Okay, so that was question number 2, how to organize a small kitchen. And I will also in that document, I'm going to link up to this probably via Facebook. I don't even know if you can link documents in Instagram. I'll have to learn. But I'll make sure and post it on my Facebook page. I have links to different options for each of those things. So if you wanted a metal basket for your shelving, I've got 3 or 4 to choose from, those kinds of things. So the third question I had from my readers this week was about Wayfair. I have a friend who shops primarily at like Pottery Barn, Crate and Barrel, the nicer interior design stores. And she said she's looking at rugs, but she's found that Wayfair is much more affordable. And so her question was, Wayfair seems much cheaper price-wise than many popular home decor stores. What are your thoughts on Wayfair quality? And I bought quite a few things from Wayfair. I think their quality is maybe more in line with IKEA, where you have to assemble it yourself, and it's maybe not going to last 20 years like a Pottery Barn item might, but it would definitely last you 10 years. I mean, I obviously, like I said, I buy from Wayfair, and I've even done a post that gives you Wayfair options that are identical to a West Elm option for like half the price. I think they have really great affordable things. So the things to note are, I'm not sure what their shipping costs look like. I think every time I've ordered from them, I've spent enough to get free shipping, but I'm not sure what they charge for shipping on smaller purchases. And then obviously you have to assemble furniture, and the one other really great thing that I've heard about them is that they are they're excellent when it comes to customer service. So like there was one friend I had that bought a chair and she couldn't figure out how to get the leg on and thought it was missing a piece. So they sent her another new chair thinking that the chair was broken. Well, then she finally figured out how to assemble it and they were like, well, you can just keep the second chair because we're not going to deal with returning it. So I think their customer service is really great too, which can be something that's tricky if you're ordering online from somewhere and you don't have a store or a shop to go into. You're not really sure what you're going to get in that regard. And so I have heard lots of good stories about their customer service. So in my mind, Wayfair is a great choice. I have not purchased their rugs, I have to say. I typically buy my rugs, if I'm going to buy them online, from rugsusa.com. I love that website. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, I have at least 5 rugs in this house from there. They're fast, they're really affordable, and I really like them. So yeah, so I will also link up my post about the Wayfair options that look like West Elm items, since we talked about Wayfair. And if anyone has any other questions for tonight, hi Ashley, I would love to answer them, or if not, I think I'll probably... This goes really fast. Maybe I should talk slower, or maybe I should bring more than 3 questions, or maybe I should just tell y'all a random story. I don't know. I mean, I could give you a tour of my real life house because it's really dirty right now. No, I'm not going to do that. Anyway, so does anyone have any other questions? If not, I will probably sign off and go hang out with my kiddos for the evening. It's been real fun. I actually really don't mind the live. It's kind of exciting to see people coming in and saying hi, and yeah. Okay. Well, thank you so much for stopping by and for watching my reader question and answers. Again, if you want to submit a question, you got to be an email subscriber so that I know who you are. So if you could do that, there's a link in my profile for my sign up page. Just put in your name and email, and then you're welcome to submit any design questions you want. And I reply to every email I get. So whether or not you're featured on one of these lives, I'm definitely going to be in there answering a question, touching base with you. So be on the lookout for that. I'm pretty good about emailing everybody back. So I would love to meet you. I would love to share my passion for interior design with you. And invite you into my home every Monday night for fun subscriber Q&As. Okay. I'll see you guys later.